To the first Under Pressure, an Oceanographic quiz show ecology seminar. I am Danny Richter, and I will be one of your hosts. Our seminar today will be very similar to the NPR show Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, a quiz show based on the previous week's news. For our ecology version, we will be quizzing our three panelists and some members of our audience in rounds based on science-related topics like Scripps history, recent science news, and other related oceanographic topics. We hope to provide you with some laughs, introduce you to an unseen side of the panelists, and hopefully teach you something about the scientific community you did not know. We've got a great show for you today, and we also have amidst us former Assemblywoman, Lori Saldana. Show can run without a quizzical host. And so without further ado, here's Matt Leslie.
Thanks, Danny, and welcome everyone. Your random fact for today is on this very day in 1997, in Edinburgh, Scotland, scientists succeeded in cloning a lamb named Dolly. Thus, on this day in history, the name Dolly took one great leap toward forever being disassociated with a certain female country music artist who was small, but not necessarily small everywhere. For most of our games today, we'll need volunteers from the audience. To speed things up, we've pre-screened only funny volunteers. and we'll be selecting them at random throughout the game. For our first game, we've selected Carly Merkins. Carly, you here? Yes. Before we play your game, Danny's going to do the honor of introducing our illustrious panel here. Danny?
Sure. He is infamous for his use of unorthodox props in biological oceanography. From household flashlights to russet potatoes to condoms that ride internal waves. He can teach you everything you need to know about biological oceanography by using Brussels sprout analogies. Let's welcome the Professor of Prophylactics, the liaison to Lingulodynium, the Ombudsperson of Canada, Dr. Peter Franks. Would you like to say hi?
That's not very accurate. All of hamburgers and M&M's also enter into the mix.
Healthy balance. The food pyramid.
Next, we are fortunate to have a distinguished visitor from another department, marine chemistry, responsible for the coolest lab acronym ever, the Kaboom Lab. She was also one of San Diego Metropolitan Magazine's 40 under 40 list. Hot. She puts the OMG in DOM. She's the pride of the Bigaloo. She puts the dark in tall, dark, and handsome. Let's welcome Dr. Lahini Aluwahari.
I really wish I was in biological oceanography.
Last but not least, from Biological Oceanography's rowdy little brother, the Marine Biology Research Division. He spends a lot of time in the middle of absolutely nowhere to study pristine environments. I think he's just antisocial. He teaches many of us reintroduction to biometry on main campus. He's at the tippy top of top down. He's unafraid of uncertain. He's the Steven Seagal of coral reef food reviews. Dr. Stuart Sanders.
Thank you, Danny, and thank you, panel members. You have no idea. Our first game is called What's Danny Reading This Time? Danny will read a thesis title from a recent Scripps graduate student. and you will attempt, Carly, you can stand up actually if you would like. You will attempt to answer a question about that thesis. If you answer 2 out of 3 questions correctly, you win our prize, which is a coupon for free refills at TG.
But there's no TG.
For those that don't know, beer is free at TG. All right, Danny, let's have our first title.
Microbenzoin interactions at Pacific Ocean methane seeps.
This thesis title belongs to one of our most recent grads, Andrew R. Thurber. He defended last year in 2010 and studied the role of microbial biomass in metazoan food webs and the impact this has on biogeochemical cycling. One of his model metazoans is pictured here. What is its common name?
Ooh, the Yeti crab.
That is correct. Thank you. Kiwa hirsuta is a crustacean discovered in 2005 in the South Pacific Ocean. This decapod is notable for its quantity of silky blonde setae, resembling 1980s fringe leather jacket. The discoverer,
graduate student in my lab.
its specific name, hirsuta, comes from a condition called hirsutism, which is the rare condition that involves the covering of body hair completely. Or sorry, the body completely covered with hair. Our next title.
Influence of oceanographic variability on the plankton, prey, and growth of sardine and anchovy in the California current ecosystem.
This was the thesis of Ryan Rakazeski. Ryan, in 2009, used mostly data from what long-term Scripps-affiliated research program spurred by the sardine crash of the 1940s?
Cow coffee.
That is correct. Yes, somewhere between dolphin roast and rainbow blend, and COPS is cow coffee. It stands for California Cooperative Oceanographic Fisheries Investigation. The mid-20th century crash of the California sardine fishery vexed marine ecologists searching for its root cause. Cow coffee spawned the noteworthy acronym, other noteworthy acronyms like COOFIES and SHOESBOP. These were also failed names of androids from the Star Wars trilogy. Published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Science, Ryan, and with his advisor David Checkley, proposed that winds can determine the availability of microscopic organisms that sardine and anchovy feed upon. So the sardine crash could have been caused by changes in wind, and proves the old adage, wind really does blow. Let's have our third thesis.
Bacterial influence on the bloom dynamics of the dinoflagellate Ringulodinium polyedrum.
Xavier Mayali, if we could find a harder name, a 2007 graduate, studied the dynamics of this hard-to-pronounce dinoflagellate that, when aggregated in large concentrations, is associated with what phenomenon that sometimes changes ocean color?
Some color of tide, I think. Your red tide?
Correct. When phytoplankton are present in high concentrations, the water appears to be discolored or murky and sometimes bright in color. Red tides of Ringulodinium polyedrum occurred for an extended period of time last spring and also in 2005. Agitating the water during this bloom will cause these guys to bioluminesce, leading to flashy waves. Flashy. And prompting San Diego residents to go into the water at night, the only time in which they will ever do so. The appearance of red tides is also negatively correlated to the productivity of first-year students who should be studying for the departmental exams. So Danny, how did Carly do?
Well, Carly needed 2 out of 3 correct answers to win our prize, and she got 3 out of 3 possible points, so she wins a coupon for free refills at TG.